Hey guys, welcome to Life Lab's food lesson. This time we're going to be discussing sugar. So we're going to give you the lowdown on everything you need to know about sugar and how to avoid adding too much of it into our diet. People love sugar. They love sweet. So we love to have that in our diet, and that's okay once in a while. But what we want to watch for is that we don't end up having sugar making up a huge portion of our diet all the time. That's where we're going to get into trouble with health issues and things like that, which we'll discuss a little bit later. So we're trying to look at what sugar is in our foods that we're eating and trying to minimize that. So when you're in the store, you're shopping for those foods, taking a look at those food labels like we talked about, you want to be looking for that sugar level in there. So when it always has it on there, how much sugar content is in there. What we want to aim for is less than 5 grams of sugar per 100 grams of food. That's considered low sugar content, but of course we want to try and get as close to 0 as we can. That's going to be better. As well as adding sugar onto our, in our food preparation and that kind of thing, we want to try and minimize that again as much as possible. That sugar can add up really fast throughout your day, so it's a good thing to be monitoring. The other thing we're going to talk about is when we look at the food labels and we're looking for sugar in the ingredient list, there's so many different names that are synonymous with sugar, and we want to watch for those too. So it may say sugar directly on there, but it may have all of these other crazy words on there that are also meaning sugar. So we want to watch for those types of food. So these other names of sugar are often foods that end in ose. So stuff like sucrose, fructose, glucose, maltose, dextrose, maltodextrin, hydrolyzed starch, invert sugar, corn syrup, honey, cane sugar, sugar beets, high fructose corn sweetener, maple sugar, molasses, evaporated cane juice. All of those types of things are going to be synonymous with sugar. So you want to watch for those in the label as well. The typical North American diet tends to have about 34 teaspoons of sugar per day, or 136 grams of sugar. So that is an awful lot of sugar. So if we've got a teaspoon, we're looking at our sugar, that's 34 of these. That is a huge, huge amount. So what is recommended? The USDA tends to recommend sticking to less than 10 teaspoons of sugar, or 40 grams per day. Alright, so you want to try and stay below that. If you're looking to lose weight though, of course, you want to even think of keeping lower than that, okay? Because sugar, not so good for losing fat. Okay, so sugar is often added to many different foods that we don't even think about, such as frozen fruit, bread, sauces, dressings, etc., stuff like that. So it's important to read those labels, looking for the sugar content, looking for those other words that are meaning sugar as well. Some examples of sugar content in some of our common food. So if you're eating white bread, in a couple slices there can be 3 teaspoons of sugar in just those couple slices of bread. Bowl of cereal, depending on the cereal of course, but can have 3 to 4 teaspoons within that. Some of the bad ones are canned soda. We're looking at 9 teaspoons per can. A bowl of ice cream, 23 teaspoons. So you can see how that can add up over your day if you're including some of those higher sugary types of foods and drinks into your diet. What are the dangers of having a high sugar diet, eating a lot of sugar all of the time? Well, it's going to affect our body's ability to handle carbohydrates. So this is going to lead to excess weight gain, which is due to high insulin levels all the time. And this is eventually going to lead to our body's inability to use those carbs. We can't tolerate those carbs the same anymore. So that can lead to borderline diabetes or full-blown diabetes. So that's a major consequence of a high sugar diet. Okay, chronic high sugar diet or high sugar intake can also cause glycation. And glycation means when a sugar molecule is binding to a protein molecule. Now glycation can cause a host of different things and is linked to a host of different things, such as premature aging, cancer, altered vision, cataracts, retinopathies, Alzheimer's, vascular disease, erectile dysfunction, kidney disease, joint pain and arthritis, and a host more of things. As you can see, there's a host of problems that can lead from a chronic high sugar diet. So we want to start watching that. The best way to do that is do a food record. Do a food diary for a day. Keep track of how much sugar content you're eating in your various meals that you're having during your day. take a look at it, see where you are. Try and stay below that 10 teaspoons per day that the USDA is recommending. That's going to be a good start. I know we all love sugar, we all love little sweets here and there, and like I said, that is okay to do, but it's all, in moderation, of course. It's that high sugar diet all the time that we're leading with problems. Okay, so that's it for sugar. Give it a go, give that food record a try, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, happy eating.